Sooner, everybody! You think you guys know me? I'm Harry James. The Red River Rivalry is up next. Red River War, whatever you want to call it. The battle in Dallas. Oklahoma and Texas meeting in Dallas for their next trip at the State Fair of Texas. Both teams traveling there. Here is your Sooner Stumper to get us started. Then we'll go over the series history and all that. But here's your Sooner Stumper real quick, guys. When is the last time both teams, Oklahoma and Texas, both came in to the Red River Shootout, Red River War, Red River Rivalry, whatever you want to call it, with both teams, not just one, but both teams being unranked? Here's your Sooner Stumper hint, guys. The coaches for both teams. Former Oklahoma coach John Blake was in charge of the Oklahoma Sooners. And on the Texas sideline was a former Oklahoma assistant in his own right, Mack Brown. What year was it? We'll tell you. Plus, we'll tell you everything you need to know about the Red River War this year in college football of 2022. Don't go away. Boomer! Sooner, everybody! You guys know me. I'm Harry James. Welcome back to the show. A little too easy on the Sooner Stumper for you, huh? Last time both teams, Oklahoma and Texas, came into the Red River Shootout being both unranked. That was 1998. Texas won that game 34-3. Of course, the next year, 99, was when Bob Stoops came into the rivalry. And from then on, a majority of the time, it's been all Oklahoma in this rivalry. So why do I put it that way? Well, it's because Texas owns the rivalry. The Oklahoma series with Texas owns the series 65-50-2. For Oklahoma, the 65-2 record in the 117 games, that's about a 45% winning clip. But the last win for Texas came in the Great State Fair, in their State Fair, 48-45 in Dallas. Of course, that was the year 2018 when Kyler Murray just got the ball and just didn't leave him enough. Oklahoma just didn't get the ball back in enough time. Last year, though, in 2020, they sure did get the ball back in enough time. In fact, they won it 52-45 in favor of Oklahoma. Great shootout. Rally cry for the Sooners. And when now USC Trojan, Caleb Williams. Pre-game festivities between the in home games. Now, this doesn't include this week. It will include next week with the Kansas Jayhawks. Finally, they'll be back home. But anyway, for the home games, pre-game festivities include a remote at WWL for WWLS. There we go. And it is usually at the O'Connells in Norman, there on Campus Corner. Right across the street from the O'Connells at Campus Corner, out Balfour, Norman. That's where the ref, or at least half of the ref is at, there on Campus Corner. Now the other half is in the Hertz Donuts parking lot there on Asp Street. There, look for it. You'll see it. You know where it is. You know where it is. The franchise their pregame is actually just north of the stadium. It is set up actually at the Palace on the Prairie. Or Party at the Palace, I'm sorry. The Party at the Palace really takes over there. And then the Sooner OU radio broadcast team will take their spot usually about between an hour and a half and 2 hours before the game starts. This game will start at 11 a.m. on October the 8th from the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. The game will be featured on ABC. The aforementioned Sooner Radio Network does include Toby Rowland. Now, Tiro is a radio host, a play-by-play guy, for basketball and baseball for the Sooners, as well as aforementioned football. And he has his own radio show on the Ref from 6 to 9, Monday through Friday. His sideline analyst, Teddy Lehman, also has his own radio show on the Ref from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday. He's the color analyst for the Sooners. Now, on the sidelines, the other half of, Teddy also is half of the Oklahoma Breakdown podcast. The other half of the Oklahoma Breakdown podcast, Gabe Eichert, is on the sidelines. And he is not only on the sidelines, but he also has a Monday through Friday job on the Sirius XM Channel 375 Big 12 Network radio show, Big 12 Today, from 3 to 5. And on the normal, doing the normal sideline thing, Chris Plank, 9 to 11 on the Ref. And on the weekends is on national radio from 10 to 1. So that is the radio networks. Now let's get to the teams, the breakdown of the teams. Head coach, Brent Venables. He's head coach of the Sooners. 3-2 overall, 60% winning clip. 0-2 in league play. 0-0 in bowls. Championship history for the Sooners since 2000. 8 division championships, including 2000, 02, 03, 04, 06, 07, 08, and 10. 2010, I should say. They did qualify also for 4 Big 12 championships when they brought the championship game back. Qualified for it in 17, 18, 19, and 20. You know what? You don't care about all that, though. You don't care about getting there and qualifying. Let's talk about what it takes to earn one of those stubby rings to go on one of your stubby fingers. 13 of these for the Sooners, including 2000, 02, 04, 06, 07, 08, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 2021, though, not all that bad for the Sooners. Overall, 11-2, 7-2 in league play. Tied with Baylor for second in the league. Baylor took the outright championship appearance, which sent Oklahoma to San Antonio for the Alamo Bowl, where they got a 47-32 victory over Oregon. 2022, let's start offensively for 2022. 37 points a game, 37.0 points per ball game, and 481.4 yards per ball game. Offense average for the Sooners. Now defensively, starting to go up a little bit to 25.2 points per ball game and 423.0 yards per ball game. With a record, by the way, of 3-2, 0-2 in Big 12 games. The Big 3 wins came first 3 times out. A 43-13 victory versus UTEP. 49-19 over 33-3 over Kent State. Then 49-19 win at Nebraska. It was at that one. But since then, they've lost 2 straight. They've lost to Kansas State in the Big 12 opener, 41-34, and then they lost at TCU, 55-24. All right, we're this far into it. Talked about the good guys in the OU-Texas rivalry. Equal time, though, we have to talk about the bad guys in the OU-Texas rivalry. The Texas Longhorns, their head coach, Steve Sarkisian, 1996. That's when he graduated from Brigham Young University and has had 3 stints as a head coach. Major head coach. When he took the first major head coach, it was in 2009. He was at Washington from 2009 to 2013. He then took over at USC. He was there for 2 years, from 2014 and 2015, and is currently, and then at that time went to play for the coach with the Falcons and went to the Nick Saban rehab facility in college. Came out alive and kicking in 2021 and accepted the job at Texas. You guessed it, Texas, baby. Overall, in the 3 stints, he has a 54-44 overall record in 98 games with a 55% winning clip, and 22-33 in 61 overall games with a 46% winning clip in conference-affiliated games, and straight even 2-2, 50% in 4 bowl games. Conference titles, 6 of these puppies for Texas since the Stoops era began. Won the one in 99, 01, 02, 05, 08, and 09. Now in 2002, they tied with us, Oklahoma. Oklahoma won the outright title. And then 08, the 08 one was not themselves anyway. They tied with Texas Tech and OU, baby. Oklahoma, of course, earned the right to go to the Big 12 Championship, slammed Missouri, and earned their way into a national championship appearance. Way to go, OU. But with all those division championships, they've only turned 2 into rings. 2005 and 2009. Those are the 2 that they turned into rings. 2021, 5-7 in Sark's first season. 3-6 in Big 12 action. Finished at 7th, 8th, and 9th place in that barometer with TCU and Texas Tech. Their best win last year was in Ames, a 30-7 clubbing of Iowa State. Now their 2022 stats, not bad for Texas, averaging 36.8 points per ball game and 417.4 yards per ball game. And on defense, they surrender 21.4 yards per ball game, points per ball game, and 366.8 yards per ball game in 2022. With all that being said, they also have a 3-2 overall record, 1-1 in league play. ULM, that's Louisiana Monroe, they clubbed them right out the gate, 52-10. They then showed a little bit of how Alabama might have a couple of deficiencies, at least playing on the road. Only losing that game by a point after, and Texas knocked out the quarterback, Quinn Ewers. Alabama, though, still wins the ball game 20-19. Lost there since to Texas. Got back on the winning streak against San Antonio, UTSA, Texas San Antonio, 41-20. Then lost at Tech, 37-34 in overtime. Lost, by the way, for to the Raiders. Again, you would expect. Got right back on track against West Virginia with a 38-20 victory over the Mountain Men of West Virginia. All right, guys, that will wrap up the preview show for Oklahoma, Texas. You can catch this and all my other videos on the YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. Also, Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or on the Twitter hype, @HypeManHarry. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and Boomer Sooner, everybody. I'm out of here. Peace.